Hello there. I actually did a second take. Hadn't my headphones plugged in or my camera correctly set up at all, so it should be fine now. It was fine before, really, but yeah, I just restarted. The recording didn't really say anything special, but I had a weird week lately. The last week it's been nice, but it's also been very, I don't know, very interesting. Just how I've been looking at life the last week. It's interesting how it can change after just a day to day, really. What you think about and what concerns you, what intrigues you. I've yeah, just I've been thinking a little bit about sexuality to some extent. With It's something I've been getting into lately, is actually looking up transgender and transsexuality. I still don't really know the difference between those two. I know that being transsexual and transgender has some technical difference between them. But yeah, I haven't learned the difference yet. So, yeah, but I just think it's interesting with sexuality overall. If you're straight or if you're bi, gay, transsexual. I mean, and transsexuality is more about, it's not only, it's kind of bad to put in with sexualities or transgenderness, rather. It's maybe the wrong one to put between sexuality. Of course it affects sexuality, but I'm just thinking about my openness about the whole thing, at least. I'm trying to be a very open person about others, other choices, others, other people overall. I'm just trying to be open minded when it comes to most things. Try to be as accepting as I possibly can. Unfortunately, of course, I have my limits where I struggle, even if like one of the limits I have is people that are obviously racist. I I get aggressive by it. I'm ignorant towards their ignorance. And that's not much better way to act, really. I'm trying to overcome that. But yeah, I'm 22, so I have got a few more years to go to fix that. But it's a mentality I want to change as fast as possible. Actually, try to just deal with my thoughts and my, yeah, how I treat people and how I treat people differently depending on a few things that they do or how they look or whatever. I've been just thinking about a little bit about how, if I, like, I think I might be, which is horrible to say, but I don't think, I'm not sure about how open my sexuality is. I got a fairly close sexuality, to be honest, in the sense of that I am straight, so I'm not pansexual or bi-curious, really. I mean, I'm kinda aiming towards that because I think it's very sad to limit yourself just depending on people's gender and, yeah, people's gender. Just focusing on a thing like that. I don't think either age, gender, or to some extent race also. I mean, I do probably get attracted to, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I do get attracted by girls majority of time, for sure. Pretty much always. I would say like 5% gay, which is very abstract number to put on, but I don't know. I'm trying to be more open towards it, and I'm not the straightest man, which is fun to say that way, but I'm a part of it too is me and my friends are like or yeah, it's just we've been since high school basically. We started like struggling towards the that especially in high school too that girls can hug and kiss as friends, but men can't. I'm not. I've kissed my guy friends a few times, but it's also like I don't find it gross really, but also a little bit. I mean, it's just that I feel the social pressure from it, I guess, and that it don't completely gel with me. But that's also why I find it kind of fun to do things like that, to just challenge your own opinions about something that's quite stupid. Why you're feeling that resistance from within you, like the resistance from kissing another guy, for example, when you consider yourself straight. If you're straight, you should be completely fine with kissing another man too, because it doesn't mean anything. I mean, I think that's at least how, when you really are open and accepting of your own sexuality. I think a lot of people are not as accepting of their own sexualities as they may say they are or think they are. Because, yeah, as I said, I'm straight, but I want to be pansexual. I think it's unfortunate that I actually have preferences instead of choosing people, or I do choose people. I'm quite picky when it comes to the romantical part. So, but it's still limiting myself, especially when I'm already picky with one gender, being picky with the individuals of that. But I mean, it's just unfortunate that I limit myself. And I've just thought about the part if I would actually meet a woman that have corrected their gender, like people that are transgender who currently are women or always been women but born in a man's body. I'm just thinking about how if I'm even open enough to. I really really hope if I find someone that I get interested in, a girl, I fall in love with her, and then I get to know that she's transgender from, yeah. And I mean, today it's very sad to say, but I don't really know without being in that situation. I'm just trying to be open with my own ignorance about the situation. I don't have. I'm trying to also understand the concept of being transgender. I know it's an individual thing too, but it's something that's fairly new to me. I'm no expert in the subject. And I think it's an important subject to be aware about. I mean, it's such a, I think it's a quite important part to understanding other people is also, or accepting people is understanding them. And it's something I want to have more knowledge from, but it sucks that I feel insecure about the part that it might be a deal breaker for me if someone turned out to be transgender. I really do hope I'm not that way, that it doesn't affect me. But it's very, very sad and absurd that I even have to think about this, to consider it. Like, what I want to, what I want from myself is that I wouldn't even need to think this thought, that it will be obvious for me. It's nothing to question even, because it shouldn't be anything I take into consideration, really. Or in consideration, I should, but that it's even a chance that I even have the thought of it as a possible deal breaker, because I don't know how I would act if I got given that information. Maybe it depends also on the situation and stuff like that, but just that overall that it might be a deal breaker for me. I'm not very happy with it. It's something I'm trying to challenge. I'm also been thinking about more about my how I actually my attraction to men. I don't have a lot of it. Like I mean, I can see if a guy is good looking. That's not hard at all. But I guess I can feel a small sense of attraction to men too. Every once in a while. It's not the same. I'm not attracted to men at all in the same way as women, or not at all is a strong word, but I mean, I got a general attraction towards women, or many women at least. It's not like I'm attracted to everyone just because they're a woman, but I'm more generally attracted to women, which is quite understandable too, I guess, but I don't know. I think, honestly think that it's something I could be more perceptible to being attracted to men in the future. Or something about it. It's hard to talk about, but I also think that it's something I'm almost been a little bit afraid to actually think about if I actually have any attraction to men and my stance on it. Just because it's still not 100% socially acceptable. Even though it's pretty good now in Sweden, it's for sure not. I mean, it's not a matter we're done with. HBDQ. TQ. I thought it said, or I said the, maybe, but T. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, sexuality is weird. Overall, sexuality is a very strange concept. Even just female male creates a body existence. Strange thing. And that you even have a attraction towards other people. It's a survival instinct to some extent too, but it's more than that too, because, or I mean, even social relations is needed for survival, I guess. So yeah, I've I still haven't uploaded. Like, my upload schedule is fucked up now too. Not like I really had a strict schedule, but upload every day so far for a while. Um, because I'm a day behind on the uploading. I've been recording every of my days, in the sense of when I've gone to bed and then woken up again, I have recorded and repeat and rinse and repeat. But the thing is that yeah, it's just a little bit messed up when it comes to actual days and not when I'm been sleeping or not. So I mean, I probably won't upload this for a good few hours because it's 10 p.m. 10:23 in the evening, and I haven't uploaded the one I recorded for almost 24 hours ago or something. I'm not sure when I recorded it actually, but I gotta do that one too. Can't remember at all when I actually recorded. I recorded quite late yesterday. It wasn't that long, or it's getting closer. Well, yeah. I don't know. I need to eat something now. I haven't eaten properly today, as per usual. Because I suck at taking care of myself. Well, yeah, that's it. Thanks for me just my streaming consciousness of sexuality a little bit. I mean, I could talk more about it, but it's also something I have a hard time thinking about because I don't really quite know my thoughts about it, really. It's one of those things where especially this helps me of just articulating those questions I still have very vaguely up in my head already, but it's not a complete thought. A lot of the things I talk about when I do this aren't really complete thoughts, or they are complete thoughts, but it's not something I can really create a full opinion about. It's something that I need more time to process and think about and create my opinion about. And yeah, it's just gonna be interesting to see how that actually develops. These thoughts, it's something I've been thinking about for probably a big part of my life, but fairly actively, like the last year or something, last half year. I don't know how long really. It's been going on even since I was 14, similar thoughts. But it's just something that interests me again, or always been interested me, but now I guess I have a little bit more information on it, but not really. It's something that I mean, sexuality is something I need to figure out my entire life, I think. I think most people are that way, or otherwise you're probably not looking at it the right way. It's like that, like saying I'm done with my personality. I'm going to be exact this person rest of my life. Doesn't sound too nice to me. But yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye and have a nice day.